It's fan service time. Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma number 530. It's Sophia F. Shirring. From the illustrator Narara Takamine, the original art named Bunnysuitplanning, which brings us the girl in a bunny swimsuit, but all tacked up with a bunch of cool accessories. But as I said at the beginning, this is such a fan servicey release, and you know me, I'm licking my fingers already at it. She comes with a lot of amazing accessories as well, has the body of a goddess, and I don't feel like talking any further about it. Let's have a look at this figure. And to be fair, I also didn't expect her to be so incredibly tall. Size of the figure, she stands at about 15 centimeters to the top of the head, and it would be 17 to the top of the bunny ears. That means we're going up to very close to 6 inches and 6.8, 6.7 to the bunny ears. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku, NECA Michelangelo, Nendoroid Usada Picora, Figma Kasumi, Swimsuit Aqua, and Darkseid. So what we got cooking with this design is a situation of less is more, but you might think because of all the lack of fabric, it seems kind of meh, but you know, there's still a bunch of cool detail in it. And I'm going to start off with the bunny ears for once, because already you can tell there's a lot of see-through light blue plastic going on throughout the figure, and that's always like a layer that goes over it. It's a lot more shiny than the rest of it. You can see the light radiating off of it, and you have some gold metallic, then you have like the flat black and the white, and some more metallic also in the socket of the ears. You have like the gray and the gold part down to the lovely animal face with the blue eyes, and she also has some goggles where the front part of it is a bit more shiny, and 2 headpieces with some white, black, and a tiny bit of gold and printed on writing, which is another feature that we're gonna have a lot in this figure. Also, by the way, it's barely noticeable, but the tips of her hair go a little bit more into the orange, so there's a lot more of a little bit more of a different style over there, not a lot. But also in the back you have some kind of a backpack which is connected to these weird kind of, I want to say wings, but it's just panels with some more writing on there. Joruna Parva, I don't know what that means, and gills. She has a tube connected to the ball and one to the back. Back to the front. Yeah, let that sink in. Is this the biggest Figma? Not just in size, but also in boba. But yeah, this is amazing. But just real quick, there also seems to be a little bit of molded fur around her neck, which kind of weird in contrast with all the mechanical stuff going on. But you have some more light blue. This light blue gem, I want to call it, is actually painted. But then back to the boba and the swimsuit that goes over it. That has more of the light blue plastic on it. Very shiny, kind of draped over it. And there's something ugly going on at the boba. I don't know, is that glue or whatever? That's unfortunate. The paint on it is clean for the most part. We do have a little bit of slips here and there. And especially in the arms, I feel like, because the white and the gray don't mesh so well. We do have some bleeding going on there, more light blue, more gold in her big gloves or armbands or whatever you want to call it. And the hips, oh my god, the way they molded this is quite frankly insane. Like I'm saying, you can say whatever they want. The idea of this figure was just like, let's make something big in many aspects, big over there, big in size, and then just give her the hips of a goddess and this tiny pantsu. It's pantsu time. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, I don't have to really call it out this time around. It says not holds. I don't know if that's a joke or whatever, but yeah, do not touch. Ask for consent first. Also have some bunnies on both sides over here and some small gold panels going on it. Have the same in the back as well. And how could I not give you a look at the butt? It's like one of these double molded butt flaps. It doesn't look great, but damn, it's still thick. I mean, let me straighten it out, see what the best look of it is. Damn, dummy thick. Look at the big dump. And also the thighs, the way they are molded, the way they are kind of squeezed into her boots. Oh my god. You know, we live for this, boys. I know how it is. But also, again, she does have the butt mold go up all the way up to the legs. It looks good in certain positions, but you really have to play around with that to get the goods to shine. Have some more blue gems on the boots or the stock. Well, it's not really stockings. I feel like it's more boots. Also, some more bleeding. It seems to be most common in the gray going to the white parts. But again, we have the muted gray, then the shiny blue, and also the white is very, very shiny. And going down to the knee pads and the shoes, which have some more silver on there, and of course high heels, because you gotta have high heels. And we have some more blue and some more gray. No bleeding on the shoes, luckily, but oh my god, yeah, this. For your articulation, the bunny ears are actually on a hinge, which you don't really see at first sight, so it's nicely hidden. It only goes back and forth. This one goes a lot more to the back than this one, which is weird. Let's give it slowly. All right, you can make it like the running rabbit, I guess. That's what I call this pose, trademarked. Also, the hat has the hinge that goes into a ball that goes into the back, so you can bring it back and forth, and you can bring it side to side. However, it's hard for me to show it because, as you can tell, the neck also has some articulation. But let me try this again and see. Yeah, the hat moves all the way around, obviously, can swivel it. But again, going down to the neck, combining these two, let me try this out, goes forward very much so, and even to the back while the hair gets kind of into the way. Yeah, you can try to shift it a little bit, but that's as much as you get out of that. Also, the neck is fairly loose. I think it's just on a ball, but it does open up some more. Then you have the classic shoulder combination with the hinge in the shoulder itself, in the arm itself, and goes into a ball into the chest area, so you can rotate that around, shift it, bring it back and forth, and a little bit up and down, and also can be completely rotated. They didn't put in a bicep swivel, even though they easily could have done that with the design of the figure, but they didn't, so no to that. Then you have the ball, simple ball hinge in the elbow, can bring that up and also rotate it. In the socket, for the fist, you have another ball hinge that goes back and forth, and it also can be swiveled around, no problem there. The chest area, bruh, it goes forward beautifully well, obviously leaving a gap in the back, and also this cannot keep up with it, which is unfortunate. Why did they mold it like that? It's kind of rubbery, but it's also like you know, not long enough, and they molded it in a way where it makes the curve. Also on a ball hinge, I am just realizing that. I think just a ball joint, but you can rotate that around. And then you have all the mechanics in the back, so you have that. Also, does tilt side to side, and you can bring it all the way around, no problem there. The panels are on small ball hinges, so you can bring those up and down, and you can also rotate them, no problem. Also, if you adjust the hinges, you know, if you take out this part and you rotate the ball and you connect it in another way, you would be able, I just did it on accident, but yeah, can also pull it back like that, which I think is a lot cooler than just making it go up and down. For the hips, there's nothing here, obviously, because that would break up the sculpt. So we lose some articulation in there. I don't really know how you would have done it without making it look awful. Maybe cut it up over here, but again, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to take, but also because the hips are so big. I mean, they're soft-ish plastic. Let me see. Actually not. This is not soft plastic. Huh, okay. So, as such, the legs move out to the side, move forward, and move to the back, fair enough. But yeah, outside, not great. Can also rotate it on here. And are the thighs on swivel? Yes, you can swivel the boot around, and you have a simple ball hinge in the knee, classic stuff. And then the foot is on another hinge, can bring that back and forth, and also tilt it side to side as a nice pivot. And her boba, her size, and her butt aren't the only things big about this figure. We also have a shield slash surfboard, which looks hella clean, has some more gold, black, also the bunny symbol on there. Have a pack in there for a multitude of reasons. I will explain that in a second. Also seems to have a little bit of a handle on the top part. Some more see-through light blue, and also in the back you do have the handle, which not only does she hold on to it, it also clips onto the wristband. As you can tell, there are some holes in that. So, very good with stability, and I enjoy that. You have another peg over here, so you can peg it either onto the base, which for this one you get 2 arms, but only 1 base. That's So I just kind of find it weird. You could have done two more of these, and it would have made a lot more sense. And you also have this little piece which you can clip onto the base if you want to. You don't have to. And there's this see-through little piece, I don't know how well you can tell, which also clips on the surfboard and has a connection to her feet, because she also has small holes under the feet. So you just kind of slide that on there, and you can actually have a pose on the skateboard, on the surfboard actually, without having to use any bases or whatever. So that's a very cool idea. I appreciate that. Then we got some hands, open hands, which they painted gray. The only hands they did paint gray in the middle, even though everything else is molded on it. But I guess this would have been too much of a hassle, so they were just like, nah. It's weird, but on the flip side, I can kind of understand having to paint this would have been a major pain, pun intended. But yeah, holding hands, trigger finger holding hands, and pointy fingers. But you also get this extra set of hands. This is not an exclusive or whatever, so you should be able to get these hands on every release. You got like the peace sign hands, another holding hand, and then this big one where you have this big opening, so you can tell. I don't really know what's the difference between this holding hand and the one that already is on here. I guess the thumb's a little bit longer, but that's about it. Now for the faces, you got like the smug face with a big smile, and then the scared face, the shocked face. Smiling face with the eyes closed and a big open mouth. This one is lovely, lovely, lovely. And she also has a different front part of the hair where she does have the goggles down, which is, now they look green. I don't think they looked as green on the regular figure, but hey, whatever. Also the bunny ears, you have to switch those out. Those are just connected via these hair strands on the front over here. So, gotta take this apart. And speaking of taking it apart, you have a big water lance gun, which has gills, also has water bottle. That's how you know it's water. It looks kind of Kingdom Hearts-ish. I don't know, with the handle and all the gold and the gray. But then it's like a water gun. And you have this one. And you also have this tiny pistol, more like a water pistol. Has some more gray, has some more light blue water bottle in there. And then you have the lance, which has some more light blue see-through plastic, gold, white, and looks super futuristic. The other thing you get are these. You have 3 of these. I only got 1 right now because I don't feel like taking them all out of the packaging. But this is Combiner Wars, because there's a bunch of pieces you can dismantle over here, combine your own weapon. So you take this off, take the middle piece off, even the water balls, all of that. You also have a hole in the back of the gun, so you can even extend it over there, put the lance in that. Let's see what else is disconnecting here, nothing else. And the pistol has the front part, and the water bottle obviously, and nothing really in the back, but you can have the front part. And let's put the lance, the see-through light blue lance on there, and boom, you now have something that shoots lances. You want a bigger one? No problem. Let's see. Get this part in here, get it on the front, and now you're just compensating for something. But that's fine. And also about the surfboard, I forgot to tell you, you can take the handle off. So you have another hole in there. It's just like a big ball. And you can take this entire piece off. You would use a part separator, try to get under it with a knife or something. And then you have this bigger pack, so you can put the base arm in there, because the other pack is too small for the lower half of the arm. Final thoughts, and oh my god, the fan-service. There's so much fan-service in there. Yes, I did try the connections with the surfboard. It does connect to the wristband, it does connect to the foot very well. Stays on there very well, almost too tight. Like, I'm scared it's gonna snap off, so be very careful with that. Be very delicate. Also figured out that you have this open hand. What is that even for? I was wondering. That's to slide in the water bottle if you just want to take the water bottle off. Can slide that in there. I mean, it says like that in the instructions. There you go. Even through the plastic, I did it. Back to the figured hand. Oh my god, that the fan service, the boba, it's big, it's huge. In any regard, We have a bunch of detail on the panels, and I love what they did with the light blue. There's really some playing around here. I love the experimentation with the paint and whatnot. And there's a bunch of different layers of paint, so that's also something to look forward to. The articulation is mostly standard, and the accessories are insane. I don't even remember that many accessories like with any Figma. So they really went ham with that as well, and you can customize your weaponry. So yeah, I like it. I mean, the only thing I dislike about this figure is this stupid, I talked about it, but this stupid kind of tube that's coming out of the back. Why is it like this? Make it small and make it movable. The way this is, it just kind of like hangs out there all the time, and also, I guess I gotta take away some points for why you paint open hands and don't paint the other hands. Like, if you're gonna do it, just don't do it. Do it, all of them, or don't do it at all. So, that's the final thoughts of this figure. Do I recommend this? Yes, I do. If you love fan service and customization of your character and your figure, this is great. But also, I gotta be honest, this one was a little bit more expensive. I don't remember the exact price. If you want to ask me, you can ask me in the comments, and I dig it out how many Japanese yen I paid for this. That's gonna do it, guys. Once again, recommend it if it's worth to you. And I feel like with all the stuff she's coming with, it's okay that it's a bit more expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Sophia F. Shirring wants.